The Masoretic Text is the authoritative Hebrew and Aramaic text of the Tanakh for Rabbinic Judaism. It is not the original text of the Hebrew Bible. It was primarily copied, edited and distributed by a group of Jews known as the Masoretes between the 7th and 10th centuries CE. The oldest extant manuscripts date from around the 9th century. The Aleppo Codex dates from the 10th century. The Masoretic Text defines the Jewish canon and its precise letter text, with its vocalization and accentuation known as the Masorah. The ancient Hebrew word mesorah broadly refers to the whole chain of Jewish tradition, which is claimed to be unchanged and infallible. Referring to the Masoretic text, mesorah specifically means the diacritic markings of the text of the Hebrew Scriptures and the concise marginal notes in manuscripts of the Tanakh which note textual details, usually about the precise spelling of words. Modern scholars seeking to understand the history of the Tanakh's text use a range of sources other than the Masoretic text. These include early Greek and Syriac translations, the Samaritan Pentateuch, the Dead Sea Scrolls and quotations from rabbinic manuscripts. Most of these are older than the oldest surviving Masoretic text and often contradict it. Which of the three commonly known versions is closest to the original text is not fully determined. The Dead Sea Scrolls have shown the Masoretic text to be nearly identical in consonant text to some texts of the Tanakh dating from 200 BCE but different from others. Though the consonants of the Masoretic text differ little from the text generally accepted in the early 2nd century, it has many differences of both greater and lesser significance when compared to the manuscripts of the Septuagint, a Greek translation of the Hebrew Scriptures that was in popular use by Jews in Egypt and the Holy Land. A recent finding of a short Leviticus fragment, recovered from the ancient En-Gedi Scroll, carbon dated to the 3rd or 4th century CE, is completely identical with the Masoretic text. The Masoretic text was used as the basis for translations of the Old Testament in Protestant Bibles such as the King James Version and American Standard Version and for some versions of Catholic Bibles, replacing the Vulgate translation, although the Vulgate had itself already been revised in light of the Masoretic text in the 1500s.